What's up, Trophy Squad? How are you all doing today? This is episode 25 of the Platinum Trophy Show. The Platinum Trophy Show being our weekly PlayStation... I mean, it's basically a podcast at this point, but it's only released on YouTube. We take a look at all the latest PlayStation news and things and happenings, as well as all the latest trophies that pop on PSN profiles each week. This week we have a news-packed show and a very trophy-light show. Let's get a move on. If you're a new viewer of the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. I make new videos like this every single day. Well, I mean, this specific video is weekly, but we make new videos about PlayStation and trophy-related content every single day on the channel. So if you hit the subscribe button, you can stay up to date on all the latest trophy hunting news. I don't know if it's the t-shirt or the glasses, but I'm feeling like the camera's definitely adding 5 pounds today. Okay, today's episode of the show is very news dominated. There's not many trophy things in it. I did want to ask a question before we kicked off though. What do you guys watch this show for? Do you watch it for the news component or do you watch it for the trophy component? Really curious to just get thoughts on that. If you'd let me know in the comment section down below. I know there's a bunch of regulars who watch this show and I want to try and evolve it over time. So I want to know like what exactly you're actually watching it for, which part of the thing you're watching it for. Now I'm recording this on the 1st of November. As of that time, we did not hit our 10,000 subscriber goal for the channel that I wanted to hit in order to unlock the community giveaway of the PS5. So we won't be doing the PS5 giveaway anymore, unfortunately. We did get really close though. So I did say if we didn't manage to get the 10,000, I would go and dye my hair. I'm going to go ahead and do that at some point this week. We'll make a video about that. And I'm coming up with something else. We're coming up with another little plan B I can do just to say thanks for everyone's hard work and support over the past month in really pushing the channel to new heights. We grew astronomically faster this month than we have in any other month, and that's due to, I guess, just people sharing the content and helping the channel try and grow. So I want to say thanks for that by doing something, even though we're not doing the PS5. So we'll be doing something for that later on in the week, so stay tuned for that as well. All right, this has been a rambly intro, I'm sorry. First story today is about Spider-Man Miles Morales. I seem to talk about this every week, but there's like a ton of news dropping for this game at the moment. One of the things they've come out with this week and said is that Miles Morales gets Into the Spider-Verse suit as a pre-order bonus. This is so damn cool. I love that movie so much. Into the Spider-Verse is legit my favorite Spider-Man movie ever. The article here says Insomniac Games revealed that Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales will be rewarding pre-orders with a bonus Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse suit straight out of the Sony Pictures animated film. The Vibe the Verse suit mod even enables you to mimic the distinctive animated aesthetic of the movie's alternative Earth. So damn cool. These Spider-Man games have been such a big fan service between like adding Sam Raimi's suit into the original Spider-Man game on the PS4 and now this. These guys get it. They've obviously worked so closely with Marvel, Insomniac and Sony to come up with like the ultimate fan service Spider-Man game. If you're a fan of Spider-Man, like Spider-Man is your guy, then between like Spider-Man PS4, Spider-Man PS5 and Spider-Man Miles Morales, I think these guys have done an enormously good job at satisfying fans. I'm not an enormous Spider-Man fan, but even this to me is just like, oh, this is just so cool. I know it's nothing really, but it's just so cool. It's so cool. And to get something like this off the ground, just for perspective, this would have taken them weeks, if not months, not just to make it, but to get all the licensing correct for it, to make sure that they're allowed to do it, to make it fit into the game and everything like that, to get all the legal side of things done. You know, for something that's like so tiny, it's a lot of work on their end, and it's so cool. I really think it's an awesome thing. All right, this is a weird one. Beyond Good and Evil 2 is progressing well. As you guys might be aware, Michel Ancel actually departed Ubisoft a couple of weeks ago. He's the creative director behind Beyond Good and Evil. He was the one heading up the entire project. This week, the CEO of Ubisoft has said it's progressing well still, despite him actually leaving the company. How is that possible? I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna call it. I don't think this game will ever come out. I think Beyond Good and Evil 2 is like a doomed game that will never launch ever. And if I'm wrong, I don't know. I'm sure someone will clip this and tell me in like a few years time. But at the last company investor call, Yves Guillemot said that despite the delay with Far Cry 6 and Rainbow Six Quarantine, this game is progressing well. The game is progressing well. The world is really fantastic. As you can see, Netflix also decided to take the universe and create a movie with it. Guillemot enthused in an update. Unfortunately, light on detail, so there's a lot of progress in the team and the game is coming along well. That's all they've had to say. Like, this game got revealed in 2018, I think, and we've heard nothing about it. It's gone completely silent since then. They announced it in such a weird way. Who knows what's happening with this. Sticking with Ubisoft, obviously, Far Cry 6 got delayed, as well as Rainbow Six Quarantine. So Ubisoft has confirmed that both Far Cry 6 and Rainbow Six Quarantine have been pushed beyond their Q1 2021 window, which means the former will no longer make its 18th of February 2021 release date, and the latter will now presumably release within the same April 2021 to March 2022 release date. Weird one, really weird one. Far Cry 6 came out of the gates hot. They really came out with the trailers and the teasers and the pre-orders and the collector's editions and everything like that to like drum up excitement for the game. And then we got this thing on their Twitter account here from the Far Cry 6 team. Earlier this year, we introduced you to Far Cry 6, the most ambitious game in the series to date. We promised an immersive fantasy to lead a modern-day guerrilla revolution set in a rich and exotic world filled with memorable moments, killer characters, and an epic story. While we know you are all anxious to get your hands on Far Cry 6, we want to let you know that we've been given more time to allow us to make this game you aspire to play while focusing on the well-being of our team in an unprecedented global context. Our teams around the world are working in the studios and from their homes to pour their passion and creativity into making an unforgettable game, one we hope you all love. We hope you're all safe and healthy and get ready to experience Yara and Far Cry 6 soon, but they don't give it a new date or anything like that. I don't know. This is why I don't get excited for like these teaser trailer things. I don't get excited for these teaser moments and these like reveal moments anymore because the game never comes out when it's supposed to, and that is often a good thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing the game's being delayed. If the team is going through crunch, they're struggling with obviously everything going on around the world at the moment, as well as the game just not being ready, then obviously it makes sense to delay it so they can get it into a good state. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I hate it when they come out too early with stuff. And honestly, I think Far Cry 6 actually probably didn't do it too badly. They announced it like 8 or 9 months out from launch. Probably would have made sense, but it makes you really question it if they don't even give it a new date. It means that it could be a 1-month delay, it could be a 6-month delay, it could be a 12-month delay, similar to Watch Dogs. Because of that, it does give me a little bit of hesitancy around these things. I am always so skeptical with these announcements nowadays, just because, you know, this is what happens, and yeah, this wasn't the only delay that happened this week. You know, the big one obviously being that Cyberpunk got delayed again. I'm pretty sure I made a video about this last time and I called it, Cyberpunk being delayed now into December, so an additional month, despite all the news about like crunch and all sorts of stuff going on at the studio. I'm not here to get controversial about it. This game just keeps getting delayed though. I had a Twitch stream I did last night and a lot of people were asking about Cyberpunk. The topic of it sort of came up and we were talking about it a little bit. And I was really blatant, be like, I'm actually not that excited for this game anymore. I was excited for this game when it was supposed to be coming out in like April. But it's been delayed so many times. The hype for the game is lost now. I'll be excited for it when it comes out. I'm sure it's going to be a great game. I'm not doubting that whatsoever. I have no doubt. It's just, at this point, I don't care. Stop talking about it. If it's delayed, whatever. Just come out. That's really all there is. That's all I have to say about it. It's just come out at this point and stop wasting my time by giving it these dates that you're just not going to hit. Cyberpunk is famously being developed and published by CD Projekt Red, so for them to have delayed it like this is actually a pretty significant thing from a studio side. It means that because they're the publisher, they sort of suffer in terms of like all the marketing and promotional materials that are pushed out for this game as well. They're obviously funding the entire production and distribution and marketing and sales and everything to do with this game, which means that with every delay from the development side, they take a hit financially over on the publishing side. It will all be recouped in time, but it means that continues to be pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. At this point, like, I don't know why they didn't just push it through to March, because a game like this coming out in December, I mean, the game is good enough that they can probably launch it at any time, but any game coming out in December is a bit kind of weird. I know it's the very beginning of December, but it's still a little bit strange. What do you guys think about this? Specifically Cyberpunk or Far Cry's delay? Thoughts on those? Curious to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. We can have a bit of a discussion about it. Are you like me? Are you kind of just like, I'm a bit over this now, I just want this to be out? Or are you still really, really excited for it? Are you still taking time off work perhaps? I know a lot of people are pumped for this game, so I'm not trying to be negative about it or anything like that. It's more just that's how I'm feeling. And our first, I guess, PlayStation 5 first party game has also been delayed. Destruction AllStars, which was going to be a launch PlayStation 5 game, has now been moved to February, and it's no longer coming out in November with the PlayStation 5 console. This has been one of the titles that's a little bit weird to do with the PlayStation 5. They've used it in a lot of their marketing materials as a pillar title kind of thing for the launch, around, you know, Demon Souls and Sackboy and this. They're kind of the core titles that they've been promoting, and then this one suddenly just gets puffed out of the launch window and moved into something else. That's not even the weirdest part of this. I think the strangest part is that this has now become a free-to-play game by the looks of it. They're saying it's going to be included in PlayStation Plus's lineup for February for free. That's the part that I think is the most confusing. They were going to charge $70 for this game, or $130 in Australia for this game. And now it's being moved to a free game in February as part of PlayStation Plus. I'm guessing it will still cost money, but PlayStation Plus, right? It's a sensible move for a multiplayer game. You know, it's the same thing that Fall Guys did and had enormous amounts of success with. The same thing that Rocket League did a number of years ago to great success, with these multiplayer games being free, adding an instant community to the game, and then having it be paid for later, so people who get hyped for it then have to pay and jump in. I think it's a sensible strategy for a game like this, because I don't think a game like this would have succeeded as a standalone $70 game at launch. I'm being honest, this wasn't one of the games I was going to be picking up on PlayStation 5. I was probably going to skip this one because it was just too pricey and it was risky, taking a risk on a multiplayer online game at the launch of a console. I'm just not about that. So I wasn't going to pick this one up either, but now that it's going to be free on PlayStation Plus, of course I'll be checking it out. What do you guys think about this? Is this good news to you, bad news to you? It fits into the other couple of stories this week around like Far Cry's delay as well as Cyberpunk's delay. How do we feel about all these delays? I think they're for the best. This one's just weird because suddenly it's gone from a paid game to free. I wonder what that means if you pre-ordered the game. Does that mean you just get a refund for it on PSN? What if you pre-ordered it at a store? Do you get a refund then as well? Because like you're not going to be paying $70 for this if it's going to be free. I mean, that's insane, right? I don't know. What do you think of this game, by the way? Do you think this game looks any good? Are you going to be playing it? Are you interested in it? Was this on your list? I haven't actually come across anybody who said to me outright like, hey, I'm really excited for Destruction AllStars. I didn't even remember the name of it. So yeah, interested to get people's thoughts on that in the comment section down below. Okay, Pokemon-like game Temtem is coming to PlayStation 5 next month as well. I've talked about this on the channel once before because it's cool that we're finally getting a Pokemon-style game on the PS5 or the PlayStation systems. Part of this that interested me the most was that they said Pokemon-like game Temtem comes to PS5 in early access in December. Traditionally on PlayStation, we don't get early access games. Normally we get them when they're out and launch. We don't get them in early access mode. I think with like a few exceptions like PUBG and things like that. Normally that's not the case for the PlayStation. Xbox has been doing early access for a while. Here it just says, Temtem is coming to PS5 a bit earlier than we expected, with the game now due launch on Sony's console in December. During the game's early access period, players can expect frequent updates from adding in more Temtem, more locations and story content, new multiplayer features and post-game activities until the game hits version 1.0 and launches in full. I guess it's not even really about this game. I am excited for this game because it looks cool, but it's the fact that they're releasing an early access game on PlayStation console, which is something we just don't get very frequently. So I think that's a really neat feature that obviously Sony are looking into, seeing Xbox's success and PC success with this strategy for years. And yeah, I'm kind of excited for that. So neat little thing there. Man, we've got a lot of PlayStation 5 stories today. The PlayStation 5's new PlayStation app rolling out on mobile devices. This rolled out last week, so anyone who has a mobile can now download this. I've got a separate video actually that's coming out on the channel about this probably in the next couple of days. It's already been recorded, so I don't want to talk about it too much because I've already kind of given all my thoughts about it there. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I mean, the app looks really nice, but it has lost a little bit of functionality, I would say. That's probably my 2 cents, but I'll talk about this in a separate video anyway. Just wanted to incorporate it in here so people were aware of it. The PlayStation Plus games for this month were revealed as well, for November, I should say. 3 awesome games, including Bugsnax on PS5, which was a massive surprise. That's such a cool game. Hollow Knight on PS4 and Shadow of War on PS4 as well. I did a separate video about this, and there should be trophy guides and roadmaps up on the channel by now for each of these titles, except for Bugsnax, which we don't know what the trophies look like on that one yet. Awesome lineup of PlayStation Plus games for November though. We've also got the PlayStation Plus collection of games. This is our massive dump of PS5 games that are coming, PS4 games that are coming to PlayStation 5 for free for PlayStation Plus owners. It's kind of like an instant games collection, Game Pass type situation, where we're just getting a bunch of games. We're actually getting 20 games, 10 first party and 10 third party games. Pretty damn awesome lineup of content here, I would have to say. Like some of the best titles from the PlayStation 4 generation. So I'm going to do a separate video about this as well, because there's actually a few things to talk about with this Plus collection that I want to incorporate into another video. So check that out on the channel probably in the coming days as well. And then I'm going to have trophy guides and roadmaps up for every single one of these titles. Yeah, I know. It's been a tough like 10 days working on this. Trust me, hence why my upload schedule's been a little bit weird of late. But these should be dropping probably a couple of them a day up until the launch of the PlayStation 5 as well. Yeah, so if people are interested in any of these games, they should be able to earn the platinums in them as well. Story about Fall Guys. We have Godzilla stomping onto the store. There's a new Godzilla skin coming to Fall Guys. It says here, they've announced that Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout will be receiving a limited time Godzilla skin to celebrate Godzilla Day and the Godzilla Festival. A partnership with the Godzilla company Toho Co. The skin will be available from next week, which is probably the coming week or the first week of November. If you're into Godzilla, play Fall Guys and probably have to win like 5 crowns or something to get it, so good luck with that. Last story is about God of War. Now this is part of the Sony Plus collection. Part of that, which I'll discuss in another video, is around the enhancements to those games. God of War being one of the games that's being enhanced for the PlayStation 5 for free. Saying here, whether you're picking the game up for the first time or looking to finish the new game plus save, God of War on the PS5 will offer up to 60 frames per second using the Favor Performance option, which is pretty damn cool, and save transfers so you can start anywhere where you dropped off on the PS4, which means that that's all completely seamless, which is exactly what we want to hear. Pretty damn awesome update for God of War. Running at 60 frames will make the game a lot nicer. I actually need to go back and finish the platinum on this game, so I'm going to hold off and probably do it on the PS5. So there's that as well. And that's the last story I wanted to talk about today. Now we have trophies to look at. The thing is though, we don't actually have many trophies. See, if I was doing this live, I could just request people to go and have a look at the trophies that you want to see and we could talk about them, but we're not, because no one wanted this live. Okay, so the first trophy, the platinum we can look at is Snake Boat. I don't even know what this is, man. Look at this picture here. I don't know what this is. Snake Boat is a game where you're I guess you're a snake on a boat, I think, based on the trophy images here. 7 golds, 9 silvers, 10 bronze. A snake boat is a very Australian thing, right? I can relate to it living in Australia. Let's look at the grading. Let's grade them by golds. Okay, let's have a look at all these. Survive for a total of 5 minutes on normal mode. Survive for a total of 4 minutes on blind mode as a mango. Survive for a total of 3 minutes as on blind as a mango mode. As a mango mode? I don't know what that means. Survive for a total of 5 minutes on hard mode or harder. Finish the game on any difficulty with a score 180. You got the top score on the local scoreboards. Congratulations. Share this accomplishment with your friends. Challenge them to beat your score. I mean, I'll absolutely be doing that. Easy snaking on a boating. Survive for a total of 5 minutes on easy mode or harder. And survive for a total of 5 minutes on blind mode as a mango mode. I have no idea. Snake Boat, get out of here, man. Get out of here. All right, less of a thing, but Saints Row the Third got another trophy stack for the PlayStation 4. This is for the Japanese edition of the game, so if you're really into Saints Row and you want to go and get another platinum in Saints Row the Third, you can go and do that on the Japanese version. I clicked on this one called Supermarket Shriek because I thought it said Supermarket Shrek. I don't really know anything about this game, apart from the cursed image at the top here. There's 2 people who got the platinum out of 25 so far. It's got to get 3 stars in every level. Who made this? Who are these guys? They made Her Majesty's Spiffing. That was actually a pretty good game. That was a really good point and click game. That was easy for trophies back in the day. Complete the Coliseum in co-op and complete a level duetting in co-op. I mean, like, I have no idea what this is. I'm not going to bother looking up a trailer. I'd rather just leave you with this image in your head. That is all. That's all. Dark Pictures Anthology, Little Hope came out this week too. A little bit of a longer trophy list, 31 trophies. Pretty long compared to like Until Dawn, for example. Complete the story solo, No One Survived, Found All Pictures, Found All Family Secrets. And the last 2 golds I'm going to cut out because they're spoilery. This looks to be another one of those like Quantic Dream style things where if you just do everything the right way, you'll probably get the platinum trophy from it. Only 5 people have the platinum and 1,000 game owners so far. I haven't tried this game out yet. Has any of you guys tried this out? Let me know in the comment section. Curious to know. I mean, I can't afford it now anyway, but I'll maybe check it out at some point in the future. Last game is Sackboy's Big Adventure. 46 trophies. Let's have a look at the golds here. Mop up those little messy bits of uproar that are lurking about. No idea what the heck that means. Earn gold on the scoreboards on 50 different levels and get gold on Wonder Plains Ultimate Challenge. 2 things about this. So Sackboy's Big Adventure is a third-person 3D platformer rather than a 2D platformer like the previous Little Big Planet games. This here is a PS5 launch game. This is obviously the PS4 trophy stack for the game here, you can see. So that's the first point to call out, is that obviously we're going to be getting 2 trophy stacks for this game, a PS4 and a PS5 version. So if you're into trophy stacking, then I guess that kind of works in your favor. Not my cup of tea personally, but I know a lot of you guys are. So that's the first thing here. We haven't seen what the PS5 trophy list looks like yet. Whether or not they change the way icons look, I don't know. We haven't determined whether or not that's had any sort of massive impact. Now the second thing is that there is a trophy here about online and multiplayer. Snatch an item from the clutches of another player. So obviously there's multiplayer component to this game too. There's a couple of different things that mention multiplayer. So be aware of that if you're playing this. It does have a multiplayer component with multiplayer trophies. I don't know if that means you can play online or if you need a second DualShock controller. Either one of those options are cursed. I don't know. I wasn't going to touch this, to be honest, at launch. I was going to probably avoid this. I think I was going to limit myself to like one PS5 game at this stage, and it wasn't going to be this one, but like, I don't know. Is there many people pumped for this? If there's like a lot of people excited for this game, maybe I'll check it out. I'm not sure. Has anyone started it yet? No one's got any of the trophies in this. I know that Media have got the PS5 version of the game, but obviously those trophies haven't popped yet. I think that's actually it for this week. I think that's it. There's not any more trophies that I think are really worthwhile mentioning here. I couldn't even see like the easy Red Leaky games from this week. Who knows? Maybe they're not there. Maybe they're hidden. I have no idea what's going on there. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of all the stories featured in this week's episode. There's a few different things to unpack, obviously, between all the news stories as well as the new trophies. Curious to get your thoughts on, I guess, any of the questions that are procced throughout the episode or anything I've mentioned here. If you have any additional comments to add, make sure you do down below as well. I'd really appreciate that. I need to go and get a hair appointment to color my hair, so that's going to be a fun thing for the next couple of days. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Give you a thumbs up. If you enjoy these kind of videos as well, make sure you let me know in the comment section too. Last week, we saw a massive dip in viewership on the Platinum Trophy Show. If you enjoy this content, make sure you share it with people who you think would enjoy it as well, because I use the metrics as a way to judge what content is performing on the channel versus what content isn't performing on the channel. And at the moment, the Platinum Trophy Show is kind of underperforming compared to a lot of my other content. So if we want to keep this thing going, you guys have to let me know. We have to get more people involved in this. But that's all from me. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.